right, welcome to the Week 11 AFA wrap up. 11 weeks in, starting to really take a look at who's the better teams, and it's starting to get interesting. And we'll start interesting. Starts with the Owls, who've won four of their last five. Um, Big jump out to a 14 nothing lead. Dalvin Cook on two touchdown runs. Um, Tulsa tried hard there in the fourth quarter with 10 points. Brad Craddock, 40-yard field goal. Jaquari Roberson from Kaiser for a touchdown. They get within 10, but Sacramento just was very strong in here. Landry Jones, 15 of 21, 200 yards, one touchdown. Kaiser was picked off once. He also left the game. John Rice Plumley came in, the rookie. He was 2 for 2. But Dalvin Cook, 18 carries, 138 yards, two touchdowns. He didn't do a whole lot in the second half, but he really didn't have to. Corey Clement with a touchdown run in here, but he ended up getting hurt. He's out for the season. I don't know how long he's out for, but Tevin Coleman, 10 carries, 67 yards. Chase Claypool, 5 catches, 48 yards. Hasn't really established himself like we thought he would. Antoine Wesley with a touchdown catch in here, though. Rashard Higgins, 6 catches, 60 yards. Roberson got a touchdown. Billy Brown, 3 catches, 28 yards. Galladay is back this week, and that is going to really take the load off of Higgins and Billy Brown. San Jose went to Detroit. Detroit scores 52, the high of the week there, 52-21. They're now 5-5. San Jose drops to 4-6. Detroit jumped out to a 14-0 lead behind a Mohamed Ibrahim touchdown run and a William Jackson pick six. They were up 28-7 at halftime, and it was over. But Detroit kept piling on. They put up 52. Kellen Moore, 21-31, 4 touchdown passes, 328 yards. Josh Rosen was picked off twice. He gets hurt, knocked out of the game, and Steven Montez comes in and he gets picked off twice. Ronald Jones II, 18 carries, 83 yards. Mohamed Ibrahim for the winners, 23 carries, 96 yards, 2 touchdowns. Also fumbled twice, and that's what he has been. The critics have picked on him about. Portland went to San Jose. They win 32-25. They're now 5-5, quietly back into the playoff race at 5-5, up 14-0 after one, up 14-9 at halftime. Wendell Smallwood with a 1-yard touchdown run and a 2-point conversion. They take the lead with 42 seconds to play in the game, and it was over. Or San Antonio couldn't do anything. The loss drops them to 4-6. Brandon Whedon, 20 of 27, 2 touchdowns, 327 yards. Matt Barkley, 18 of 39. Not his best performance, even though he threw for 369 yards and a score. Wendell Smallwood fumbled twice, but he did score, went over 100 yards rushing on 25 carries. Mian Williams, the rookie, with a touchdown run in here. He was benched in favor of Jason Huntley. Neither one of them were able to do much on the ground. Salt Lake City went back to San Diego to take on Cam Newton. Salt Lake City had lost 2 in a row. Hawaii and Chicago, those are your 3 heavyweights, and Salt Lake City was licking their wounds off after losing to both Hawaii and Chicago. But they came to play here. Bagent found O.J. Howard for a 7-yard touchdown pass to start the scoring. They're up 21-17 at halftime. 27-24, San Diego had the lead going into the fourth quarter, but Tyson Bagent drove him down the field, and he hit Slade Bolden on a 25-yard catch and run with 11:15 to go early in the fourth quarter, and San Diego and Cam Newton couldn't get anything going. So Salt Lake City ends that 2 game win streak. They're now 8-2. I believe they have a 3 game lead in their division. San Diego drops to 2-8. I think you're going to see Cam Newton, his name on the trade board, as this is his last season, and San Diego's already accounted for the 18 million they're paying for him. So be interesting to see what happens here. He had 2 touchdown passes. It wasn't his fault. I think this team was hurt when T.J. Yeldon got injured in this game. They couldn't do anything on the run. Keaton Mitchell, 11 carries, 42 yards. T.J. Yeldon, 10 carries, 24 yards even before he got hurt. So neither were really doing much. Leonard Fournette was big in here. He had a 42-yard touchdown run, 145 yards total. So he still broke 100 even without that run on 20 carries. Bajent, 3 touchdowns, 301 yards, 71% completion percentage. Tamarin Terry continues to have a big season. 7 catches, 111 yards, and 1 score. O.J. Howard, 5 catches, 41. He's been Bajent's favorite target. C.J. Johnson had 2 touchdown catches, 141 yards, 7 total catches. So they just couldn't get it done, and that's been the story all year with San Diego. So things aren't getting any better, and kind of sad to see Cam ride out that way. Frankfurt went to Memphis. This was an interesting game. Frankfurt gets the win, 19-17, with a field goal late to win it. It was 17-13 Memphis at halftime. But 2 field goals for Frankfurt. It was a defensive battle for sure. But again, Jake Bates, 19-yard field goal with 10:50 left to go in the game, and Memphis couldn't do anything after that. J.T. Barrett, 20 of 35, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Sam Hartman was picked off twice, 20 of 36, 247. David Johnson, 22 carries, 88 yards. They're glad to have him back. Dylan Johnson couldn't get much going on the ground. Neither could Blake Watson. Kelvin Benjamin, 5 catches. He had a score. BFW had a score. Isaiah Williams, 5 catches, 41 yards. Sammy Watkins has disappeared. Tight end Dalen Holker has disappeared. Memphis drops to 4-6. Frankfurt now 5-6. Dublin went to Birmingham, and Birmingham almost scared them. They were tied at halftime, 14-14. Birmingham came back late in the second quarter to tie that, and with Caleb Ellaby in the game. Carson Strong had been hurt. He wasn't available for this game. And Caleb Ellaby actually was player of the game, had a great game. Kind of surprising. 21 of 31, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 272 yards. So, but Cooper Rush gets the victory. 22 of 38, 283 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. There you go. 3 field goals, 3 Dublin field goals. Quinn Sharp saves the day. 53-yarder with 5 seconds to play gives Dublin the win. Dublin not sharp, but even though they're 6-5, they gotta figure out what's going on. Abram Smith with 107 yards. He had a touchdown on 25 carries, but he needs to be an even bigger role than that. This shouldn't have been close with Birmingham. I mean, Isaiah Spiller, 15 for 16 yards. Again, it shouldn't have been this close. Not sure what happened. Quinn Sharp did have to save the day. They're 6-5. Birmingham at 2-8. I think they're probably out at this point. Columbus went to London. This was a very exciting game that went to overtime. London gets on the board first. Trevor Simeon to Denzel Mims on 1-yard touchdown run. They're up 10-7 at halftime. Terry Godwin has been big here recently. He had a touchdown catch in the second quarter. Thaddeus Moss, Simeon hit him on a 52-yard catch and run. Borregales comes back and kicks a field goal. Jay Ajayi with 11-yard touchdown run. Terry Godwin with his second touchdown catch from Wentz. Um, but they're all tied up going into overtime, and something happened here. I think there was a fake punt attempt that went awry. Anyway, Gabe Burkett kicked a 46-yarder. London 8-2. Columbus 6-4. And you would have thought that Columbus might have had a little more to gain in here by winning. So, I think London separated themselves right there from Columbus. I think they still have to take a look at New York the rest of the way. New York and London for sure. And London and New York fell on the opposite side of this one here, as Barcelona kicks a field goal to win it 16-13. Chad Kelly, 19 of 27, one interception, no touchdowns, 169 yards. Kyle Lauletta, 25 of 40, 309, one touchdown, one interception. Jermichael Hasty, 131 yards. He gets the touchdown, but he had 3 fumbles in here. Sean Tucker, good news, Sean Tucker from Syracuse is back this week, so I think you'll see less of Jermichael Hasty. Philip Lindsay, 14 carries, 54 yards. John Ross continues to grow in his new role with New York, 7 catches, 44 yards. Did a lot across the middle in this game. Jake Kumaro lit up Holton Hill, 9 catches, 113 yards. Kevin Snead got a touchdown catch in here. Barcelona now 6-4. New York drops to 7-3. Washington went to Louisville, and Louisville was up 7-3 and then 13-9 at halftime. And then 19-9 going into the fourth, and Washington scores 2 late touchdowns, or a touchdown and a kicked a field goal. Josh Polsey with a 7-yard touchdown catch to win it. For one. Nope, that would have got him to 1919. That's what Josh Polsey. So the general manager's nephew scores touchdown catch from C.J. Beathard to get them tied with 3:15 to go. Caleb Sturgis kicks a 27-yarder with no time remaining to win it as the clock ran out. 22-19. How about that? Snatching the victory from Louisville, who drops to 4-6. Washington now 6-5. That Louisville Memphis division, we're going to talk about that here real soon. Hartford went to Orlando, and I mean they kicked their ass, 35-7 at halftime. This was like watching a train wreck. But Orlando 3-7. Orlando 3-7. Hartford continues on their comeback. They're now 6-5. So RG3 has been next to unstoppable. 22 of 28, 316 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did have a pick in here. So EJ Manuel, 25 of 35, 378 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So RG3's been very hot. And, and we expected if RG3 could stay healthy for his final season, they could go somewhere. And now they're on a roll, so maybe he continues to carry them. Jared Patterson and Brendan Knox each with touchdowns. RG3's got to stay healthy if they're going to do anything. Let's look at those standings. That's what I want to see more than anything. So you got New York, then you got Columbus a half a game over Washington and Hartford. All 4 of these teams right now are in a good position for a playoff spot. So New York can't take their foot off the gas with just 1 game lead over Columbus and a game and a half over Washington and Hartford. So all 4 of these are going to be hot. There's Hartford, won 3 in a row. They're coming back. RG3, whatever they're playing on offense right now is working, and RG3 got to keep him healthy. Louisville and Memphis. So the way things look with those four teams in the East being in, and then you look at the South, and only one of these teams is going to get in. And hell, Orlando's only one game back, and Manziel's got like one more week until he comes back. Orlando could still win this. Birmingham could still win this division. This might be the first time an under 500 team wins a division in the AFA. That would be kind of sad, but that's what we're looking at. Over in Europe, London's got a 2-game lead on Barcelona. Barcelona's still in it. Dublin's still in it. Hell, even Frankfurt's kind of in it. But so you look at it and you think, okay, so who are we looking at? We're looking at London, New York. There's 2 division winners, and then either Louisville or Memphis. That's 3, and then Barcelona is 4. Columbus is 5. And then you got Washington, Dublin, and Hartford all staring at that last 6th spot. So Washington, Dublin, Hartford. Hartford would look good with if RG3 can stay healthy. Wolfhounds, they need to get Abram Smith needs to start carrying the ball like kind of like a Kareem Hunt. And Americans actually, even though they're on a 2-game win streak, Kareem Hunt, I think, needs to. He's been a little quiet. I know he's still leading the league in rushing, but he's been quiet. Over on the other side, Stripes Conference, we got Chicago has a 2-game lead on Detroit. Detroit's offense. Kellen Moore looks good in what appears to be his last season. He looks real good. Sentinels. I know they're probably out of it at this point at 4-6. They just can't get any rhythm right now. But Detroit's still got a shot to be in. We'll talk about that. But the Demons up. Sharks look real good. They got a 3-game lead on Albuquerque, who has had all kinds of injuries. San Antonio has outplayed themselves at 4-6. San Diego just so disappointment with San Diego at 2-8, and bringing Cam and everything that came with. In the West, Salt Lake City has a 3-game lead on Portland and Sacramento. San Jose at 4-6, kind of on the outside, like St. Louis, right? But Salt Lake City probably on a little bit of a cruise control the rest of the way here. You got Hartford. You got Hawaii, Salt Lake, and Chicago. There's 3 division winners. Then you got Detroit, Portland, Albuquerque, Sacramento. So you got your 3 division winners, and then you got Detroit, Portland, and Albuquerque and Sacramento. 4 teams fighting over 3 spots. So at the moment, of course. So Sacramento's won 2 in a row. 4 of the last 5. They are quietly digging their way back into this. That would be a very dangerous team as a 5 or 6 seed for sure. Let's take a look at the injuries, and then we'll take a look at the stats. Joe John Williams out for the season. Nothing new there. Golston, he's out for the season. That was a recent injury. Jordan Matthews, concussion, he's out for the season. Pimpleton, tore bicep, 11 weeks, he's out for the season. TJ Yeldon, 10 weeks, he's out for the season. He's not going to come back in time. Marcelino Ball, 9 weeks, that's Dublin, he's out 9 more weeks. That's into the playoffs for sure. Moreau, 8 more weeks, corner for Portland. Trey Turner got hurt this week for Hartford. Khalil Hodge, he's been out 2 weeks now for Frankfurt. Corey Clement, Tulsa's rash of injuries there, tailback. Malcolm Butler's got 5 weeks. Colt McCoy's got 4, but I don't think they care the way Kellen Moore's playing. Richie Brown, Justin Lane. Dublin picks him up and he gets hurt. That's How crazy. Trayton Welch got hurt this week. He's going to miss a couple weeks. Tommy DeVito, 2 more weeks until he gets back for Birmingham. Khalid Hill, the fullback for Frankfurt, still out. Dean Jackson, the corner's out. Carson Strong. Caleb Ely might stay on it at starter the way he played. We'll see what happens there. Johnny Manziel, 1 more week. And Orlando's only 1 game out. Don't count them out just yet. Washington fullback Freddie Stevenson out. Orlando's Sage Surratt got hurt this week. William Rattel's getting closer. Christian Uphoff's getting closer. Riley Ridley, questionable. San Diego has really missed him this season. Davian Nixon is back. He's probable. He's playing. He played this past week. Tyler Vaughns is probable this week. He'll play. Kenny Galladay is going to play. He's probable. Zach Hines is back. He's probable. So that's a look at your injuries. Let's take a look at the stats. RG3, he 30 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He leads the QBR race right now. Joe Flacco, C.J. Beathard, Trevor Siemian, Tyson Bagent, Cam Newton, and Nick Foles. Cam Newton, I think we're going to see him get moved. RG3, Tyson Bagent, Hartman's third in yards. J.T. Barrett's fourth in yards. Nick Foles, Cooper Rush, and Cam Newton. Touchdowns is 30 each, Foles and RG3. Flacco's got 28. Flacco's only thrown 2 picks. Hartman's thrown 11, the rookie. EJ Manuel's thrown 10 interceptions. I don't think that's the... Look at Kaiser, only 2 interceptions. Flacco, only 2 interceptions. But the leader is, Hartman and Kelly and Wentz, each with 11. Rushing leader is still Hunt. He's got 1290. J-Rob is not really pushing him there, but Hunt might not have had his bye yet. He might be sitting on his. He might still. Everybody might have a game to catch up on him. I think Dalvin Cook went over 1,000. Fournette went over 1,000 this week. Oh shoot! Meant to go to receiving. All right, Kevin White continues to stay healthy, 70 catches. They're going to need him if they're going to climb back into this playoff race. Anthony Johnson for Frankfurt's got 69 catches. Justin Ross is having a big year for Barcelona. He's an RFA at the end of the year. Martavius Bryant having a big year. Tamarin Terry having a big year. And John Ross having a big year as well. Yards leader is going to be Kevin White over Sammy Watkins, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Anthony Johnson continues, like I said, having a big year. I think a lot of that is him playing opposite Kelvin Benjamin. Average leader is Sammy Watkins at 22.9. Jazz Ferguson having a big year for San Diego at 20.6. Marquez Callaway at 19.5. And Brashard Perryman just under 19. Your receiving touchdown reception leader is Perryman with 12. He's probably got a shot at hitting 18, I would say. Anthony Johnson's got 9 again. He's having a huge year. Xavier Gibson's having a huge year with 9 touchdown catches. Arcega-Whiteside with 9. Jazz Ferguson has 8. He has been reaping the rewards of Cam Newton being there for sure. Leo Collins, 62 pancakes. He's allowed 2 sacks. Alaric Jackson, 2 sacks. John Chukwu for Albuquerque has had a big season as well. Defensively, your tackle leader is Schubert with 79. Jack Sanborn has been on fire. He is climbing the charts. He's one behind Nassib for TFLs. Nassib with 14. Sanborn with 13. Jordan Jenkins hadn't done anything in a couple of weeks. He's got 11. Randy Gregory, 10 TFLs for him. Buddy Johnson for Birmingham has 10. Taco Charlton has 10. And Lonnie Phelps for Washington with 10. Former first-round pick out of Kansas for Katie Bartels' first pick. as a general manager. Eric Watts stuck on 8 sacks, but nobody has come to get him. Raekwon Williams has got 7. Taco Charlton's got 6. Jordan Jenkins has 6. Keith Randall Jr. out of Illinois has got 6. He's been climbing the board there. Mo Claiborne leads the AFA with 6 interceptions. You got Greedy Williams has 5. Cameron Kelly has 5. And Xavier Rhodes has 5. Somebody asked me about Xavier Howard. He's got 4 interceptions. He's not doing terrible. He's got 20 catches allowed, and he's got 12 pass deflections. You'd like to see that maybe mimic catches allowed a little bit, but who's allowed the most? John Wright. Stanford Samuels had been the leader for the longest time. McFadden had been sitting in second, so John must have gave up a bunch of catches this past week. Willie Drew, Mario Goodrich, passes deflected. Eli Ricks with 23. Jason Verrett with 22. Dwight McGlothern, the rookie out of Arkansas, he's got 20 passes knocked down. Josh Jobs got 20. Mo Claiborne, your interception leader, has 20. So that's taking a look at everything in the stats, the injuries. I'll take you out with some other stuff we'll look at here. Well, there you have it. For week 11 wrap up. Good luck in week 12, and we will be back at it after week 12 with another wrap up. So good luck in week 12. Let's go.